some free body diagram. Okay, so we go to we have 3 figures now. Okay, here. So the first one we want to draw this one. So okay, just follow this simple step. Draw boundary of the chosen section. We want to draw this one. So I'm taking this as the component that I want to draw. So I'll draw first the boundary so that I can see that which part I want to draw and what happened, which component that involved. Okay, if there reaction, if there is a external forces and so on. Okay, this is very important for you to draw this one as a beginner. When you start to draw the free body diagram, I hope that everybody can follow this step. Just draw the section of the component that you want to draw the free body diagram so that you know what is the forces or moment involved in that component. So first you draw this one. Directly you can see that it touched one of the cable here. You have one surface here, so you know directly. Okay, so take this component. This is the component that you want to draw. This is your surface. Okay, so the component have mass. So the first one you put, this is the center of the gravity. Simple shape. You know that the center is right in the middle. So mg downward. Okay, and then external forces, if there's spring, this cable. So from this figure you know that you have one cable here, so there will be one cable. And remember, always remember that cable is always outward of the component in tension. So you have the cable T, tension in cable, which is outward of the component. And the last one is reaction force. In this case we have here, okay, the surface. So 90 degree to the surface toward the component. This is the, you can call it as normal force here. In this case, 90 degree to the surface towards the component. So you have the first free body diagram. Okay, so you go to the second one. Okay, you're going to draw this one. So I draw the boundary of the chosen section. From here you can see that it involves one cable here, second cable, and you have the fixed joint here. Okay, so that's why it's very, very important to draw the chosen section. You will see what is the forces and reaction that is involved for that component. Okay, now you have the component that you choose. So this is the component. Okay, first draw the chosen section we have, and the second one mg. Okay, this figure didn't show any mass, meaning that like this one, we have mass here, we have mass here, so this one didn't show any mass. If it didn't say, nothing said of didn't show, you ignore, meaning that there's no mass for this component. Maybe there's mass, normally all the components will have mass, but maybe if we some of the component we consider don't have mass, because relatively if you put other component with the other component involved in that structure, maybe that component itself just have a really small mass compared to other parts. So some system we ignore the mass. So in this case we ignore the mass because there's nothing said. If it is said like this one, we'll put the mass. If there's nothing said in the sentence of the question or in the figure, you ignore the mass. So there's no mass. External forces, here you have 1 and 2. So you should have at A here, outward of the component. So call it as TA. Second one here is also outward of the component. But since you know that one force going through cable, pulley, one cable, we have the same tension, so you have to write it as P. Okay, most of the lecturers, if you put here P, but you still put it as T, and you ignore that the value is P, okay, you will lose some mark, because for them you didn't know that, you didn't realize that this cable, only one cable go through pulley, we have same tension. You didn't apply that one, so make sure you apply that one. If you know the value of the force, you put, if you given here, you directly put that. Don't just put TA, ATB and so on. If you don't know, yes, you can put it. Okay, and the last part here is the fixed point. You know that fixed, let's say we call it as point B here. So fixed, you have BY, okay, BX, okay, you cannot move in X and Y direction, and also fixed, you cannot turn. So you have 1, moment at B. Okay, so that's it, a free body diagram for this part. Okay, so let's see the other one. We have this one. We want to draw free body diagram for this one. So you make a chosen section, boundary of the chosen section. Then you will see that we have one here, one cable, the other cable, and the other is here. Okay, it is clear for you if you draw that chosen section. The boundary, it will be cleared for you, the forces involved. I'll repeat that several times, lot of time, so that because hoping that you will follow the step. Because some students think that they're smart enough. Okay, maybe you are smart enough, you can directly draw, but most of you will, at the beginning of the process of learning, you will lose some information, some forces if you don't follow the step. This is for the beginners. You are learning now, so please draw that one. If later on, when you're really familiar with the process, you don't have to draw. But for the purpose of learning, you are in the beginning of the learning step, so just follow this one. Follow and then follow, and then at one step you will notice that, okay, now you really understand. You don't have to draw later on, okay? But for the beginning now, please draw this boundary of the chosen section. It will not give you marks, but it will help you to not losing marks, okay? So then, we draw the chosen section, so we draw the component itself. That is the component. Okay, and then this component have mesh, we put have mesh. Only for this part we have the mesh. This one it didn't state any mesh here, so you ignore. So this one mesh should be right here in the middle. Downward, you can draw downward here or up to this one, mg. Doesn't matter if you draw. As long as this is the center of gravity, downward, it is here or down here, it doesn't matter. Okay, you have the same effects. So you have mg that one, and then you have external forces. You will see that you have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this one, because it is a rigid body, you have to draw precisely at the location. Meaning that this one mg, which is here. So you have to draw it here. This is M1G, this is M1, this is MG. Okay, different M to M, because we have M here, M1 here. And we follow the same cable, so here you should have also MG. Okay, you must draw exactly at that location. Because it is now no more particle, it is a rigid body, the dimension is counted. Okay, and then the last one you have at this point, down up to here, which is the T. Okay, tension always outward of the component. So you have the free body diagram of this example. Three examples. Okay, so this example we have two rigid body. Okay. So which is A, B, C, and then we have pin joint here for C, D, E. So two rigid body attached together with a pin. So we have a pin joint here at B and a roller at D. So you have to draw the different free body diagram. The first one is the whole free body diagram. So if you want to draw this one, so you take this part. Okay, so you see that it involves cable here, pin, roller, and this force. Okay, so you start by doing the boundary and then you go to the mesh. Then no stated for the mesh, so you ignore the mesh. Put the external forces. So in this case we have external forces is here we have one pin. Okay, and then the other one is we have this spring. Spring you just consider as cable. So spring is same. So tension is spring, tension is spring. Remember that we have the spring or the cable, which is if this one might be opposite direction. If the spring is in tension, of course, the point A will feel that the spring pulling to the right. The point E will feel the spring pushing to the left. But it must be opposite direction for these two. But if the spring is in compression, of course, it will be opposite direction. So it doesn't matter. You just put one of it. But you cannot put this is to the right, this is also to the right. No, you have to put one of it. If it one to the right, one to the left, because this is spring. If it is in compression, both will feel this one, and in tension, both will feel inward. If it is in compression, both will feel the component will pushing outward. So we have the spring. Okay, so finish for external forces. Now we go to the reaction force. So we have a pin joint here at B. So we open this part B, we put away the B. So you should have BY and BX. D is a roller in a slot. Okay, roller in a slot. So the component can move on the roller. So the first one you put a slot line, and only one part will touch that slot. So maybe downward here or upward here. So you can choose one. Let's say I just putting this way, the D. Only one, you can put both, only one. Here notice that we have a pin joint at C, but since we didn't open the joint, so there's no external, internal forces, no reaction force involved, because there is force, but since you are putting it together, there's no reaction. If you put away these two parts, there will be a reaction force. For example, we go to this part, so I'm taking this one. Okay, so there's no mass again, external forces, downward, pin, this one line here, slot line, and one of the forces, D. And notice now we open this part, okay, put it separately, the point C, so you should have, this is pin joint, so CY and CX. Okay, and the last one is this component. Okay, external forces, there's no mass, external forces same as this one. We have TS, we open this part, reaction force, so same, BY and BX. But now we have this C, same point as this one. If you put it together, there will be no reaction force, but now since we open, there will be reaction force. If this one you draw to the right, this one must go to the left, but also the CX. If this one go upward, this one must be CY downward. Notice that it must have same magnitude, opposite direction, but if you put it together, this one will cancel this one will cancel this, so that here there will be nothing. Okay, that's why also that's important for you to show the direction. Okay, if you don't show the direction, I will sure to cut your mark. Okay, so show this direction. Okay, and this one will be opposite of this one. If you put together back, they will be cancel out. Here there will be nothing. There will be zero. Okay, it's for free body diagram. As an example, we have one ball with mass M. So given here the mass is M. So this mass and component AB, BC, and CD join. Notice that if you have this kind of joint, it is a pin joint. If it is a fixed joint, it will tell to you directly either it's a fixed or welded joint. So you know if there's no tell, so with a point like this one, it is a pin joint. Automatically you will consider that as a pin joint. Okay, so you have a ball which touch this part, one here, and the other one is to the wall, to the surface here. So let's call it as nozzle metal. Just call it that one. Okay, so you have A, B, C, and you have to draw separately several free body diagram. I can add one more. Only here for the one more here is the ball, only the ball. Okay, we have this one only the component A, B, C, D, and so on. But here we have this one as the ball, this part is the ball, here only the ball. Okay, so depend on the free body diagram. Okay, so we go one by one. Here we have this part at point A. You see that you have attached something here on the surface. That you open this one, you should have reaction force AX AY. If you want to follow this one, you see that there's no mass, so I ignore the mass. There is no external forces, so I ignore. I go directly to the reaction force. Okay. And then at point B you have a pin, but you didn't open this one, so there will be nothing. At C also there are pin joint, but you didn't open, there is nothing. At D you have a pin joint and you put away the thing. So you should have the here dy dx. Okay, but you should notice also that, okay, this is the, if you draw the boundary, there's the boundary. You will see that here 1, here is 1, and here you have one component that you eliminate. That's how important the boundary is. Okay, if you draw this one, you will see there's 2 more part that is missing there. Okay, if you don't draw this one, for sure you notice. Okay, and also you see that there is this one is not involved in this first figure. Okay, it's not involved here because it's not in your component. So you all have 2 more part here. So here is actually what you have here is actually a ball there. Okay, a big ball here. Since you remove this one, there will be reaction force. Okay, initially there is something and you remove that, it is a reaction force. What you feel as this component here will feel something, this component here will feel something. So that thing is kind of normal force, which is toward the component 90 degree to the surface. So consider that this is our surface. So this one as call it R1, R2. Okay, you can call anything R or B or something. So R1 and R2. Reaction at point 1 and reaction at point 2. Because you remove that ball. If you didn't remove, you will not feel that. Okay, so putting away my boundary because I want to use for separately. Okay, so second part here, the ball have mass. So mass you have at the center here, downward mg. Here there is no ball, so there is no mg. You didn't take that ball, so there is no mg. Okay, mg downward, and then we have reaction. We open here, so dy and dx. Here nothing open, here nothing open. Here we open one. Okay, at b, so you should have b, x, and by. Okay, I'm drawing the boundary actually. This is the part that I want to take. With the ball going here, up to there, so there. Okay, so by this drawing, you can see that here we have one not open. Here we have another one. Then, there's nothing. There's not separate between here, so there's nothing here. No separation. But, see that we eliminate the wall. So, initially there is a wall here. Okay, there is a wall here, so it must have one reaction force which is 90 degree to this wall. This is wall, 90 degree towards the component, call it R, R3 or normal force or something. Okay, so that's why important to draw this one. And the second last here, I only take with the ball, but only this part until here. Okay, so other thing will be same. Here we open one, so we have CY, CX. Here we didn't open, there's nothing. Here no separation, no separation. Here A, so you have AX and AY. But from here you notice that you have one wall which is there touching. So 90 degree to the wall towards the component is R3, same as this one. Okay, now the last one is we only want to take the ball. So you can see that you have one touching here, one touching here, and one touching there. 3 parts that you have the reaction force. Okay, so initially there are something here. Okay, something here, and the wall is here. So there's 3 parts that should be reaction force. Okay, we eliminate that part, so there should be a reaction force. Okay. Now the component have mass, so at the center of rotation, center of gravity, there's mg at center of gravity. Now we eliminate. Notice here, okay, this reaction force go towards the component. The component field downward. Now we eliminate this component, so this reaction force will be filled by the ball. Opposite, when we put it together here, let's see together here, this reaction with this reaction here will be cancelled out to make here 0. Okay, so this one should be 90 degree towards the component here. Okay, same as this one, so this is R2. Okay, same magnitude, opposite direction. When you combine, there's nothing here. Same as this one. We have R1. Same magnitude, opposite direction. When you combine here, there is nothing. Okay, same as this one at the ball. Okay, R3. The ball field, this one same. If you want to draw the free body diagram of the wall itself, you will have this one. R3 opposite direction by this one. If you combine here, there will be nothing. Okay, opposite direction, same magnitude. So you have a complete free body diagram here. Okay, with different component taken, so that you can see it is differently. Okay, one and another. B, C. Okay, if. Okay, same as if I'm taking now. See that here we have, let's say I'm taking this one, the point C. Okay, I'm taking a point C, but now let's say I'm just drawing this one. I just want to draw this component, which is D and C. Okay, so here we have dy and dx. But since here the C at this point it shared this part and this part, but since we have already drawn here to the right and upward, so this Cx must go opposite from this one, Cy opposite from this one. If you put it together, it will be this case, nothing here, because this will cancel by this one will be cancelled by this one. That is the concept. Okay, so I hope you can understand how to draw the free body diagram. Okay, there are a lot of examples in your book, so you can go on and trying to draw this one. You also have here some example with already answer and so on, so you can go on and try that one. Okay, and later on we go to the exercise to see how to solve the problem involving free body involving equilibrium 2D. Normally in the equilibrium 2D, they will ask you to find the reaction force at any point, or the force, external forces and so on. But you have three equations, Fx, Fy and moment. You will have three unknown normally. Okay, so you use the simultaneous equation, you can solve that one. Okay, so see you later for the example.